Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to look at a little bit of conditional formatting and how you can use this to quickly harness insights from a data table. So this example we've got here, we're looking at location, customers, sales, and sales per customer. Say your customer or client needed to see the data table in a specific order. So this is ordered by volume of customers. It becomes a little bit tricky to quickly see where or which location has the most amount of sales per customer. So what we do in this example, what you can do is use conditional formatting to quickly point to some of those insights. So to apply conditional formatting, you want to select the column or data range that you're going to be formatting. And let's use a keyboard shortcut that you might have seen in previous videos. That is Shift, Control, and down to select a whole column. We're going to jump into conditional formatting and let's look at data bars. So as you can see, if I hover over one of these, you can select data bars, which acts like a little bar chart against your data. Okay, so as you can see, the bars are really handy just for pointing out the highest number of sales per customer, the bar chart effect. Another thing you can do, let's just clear the bars out of here by going back to conditional formatting and down to clear rules, is add color scales. The color scales you quite often see on larger data sets or matrices or things changing over time, and that just gives you a color indicator of what's high and what's low essentially. So again, hovering over, you can choose the color scale that applies to your data. Let's choose the standard one here. So green for the most sales, red for the least sales. And that's really effective if you've got lots of data, but you quickly need to view something and just get an idea of what the patterns are. Okay, so I'm going to move on to a second example now, where we look at sales data by month and how to display those trends at a monthly level. So what we can do is add conditional formatting onto our whole data set. Let's go for color scales again. And as I've selected the whole data set and applied color scales, this will show the trend for every month and every location. So beware if you select all of your data and apply a conditional formatting on, we're not looking at the pattern for London by month, for example, or Birmingham. We're looking at the pattern for everything. So you can see the greenest value here is 22741, but that gets lost in the whole data set. Okay, it's not just London. So let's remove this rule and apply it row by row for each location, and that's going to show us a trend by location on a monthly pattern. Okay, and you can see how the color scale, color pattern is slightly different, as this is now looking at monthly patterns by city. Another really good thing you can do with small tables is apply a mini graph called a Sparkline, which will show you a month-on-month trend. So to do that, what we can do is highlight all of our data. Going to go to Insert this time, and you see this little section here called Sparklines. We're going to add a line chart onto that, and it asks us for our data range. We've already highlighted that. So now our location range, let's display the sparklines down there. And you can see what that does is apply a small line graph, which is representative of the month-on-month values, so we can see the trends. And you can see that this is accurate, as there's a big uplift in December for London, which is displayed in this graph. And in this example, For Manchester, we have a downturn at the end of the year, which this graph also displays. You might have just seen in the Sparklines ribbon, let's go back to it. So insert lines, we also have columns and win and loss graph. So let's add a column graph in as well. We'll select the location here, and you can look at it as a column as well. So as you can see in the two quick examples we've given today, by using a bit of conditional formatting here and also inserting sparklines, you can derive insights out of quite an ordinary data table really quickly and visually point to something that might be of interest to investigate later. We'll look at conditional formatting in even more detail in a later video, but for now, thanks for watching. Remember to like the video if it was useful and subscribe to the channel to see more.